welcome to the Chuck Shoot Podcast. It's always a treat when I can get the whole band on here, and today I've got the band All or Nothing from Birmingham, Alabama. They describe themselves as high energy and no frills, and the hottest up-and-coming rock band with plans to play on the moon. The moon, how about that? I always end each episode, shoot for the moon. And I think these kids are they're going for it, and I love it. Just their band name, All or Nothing, like they are going all out, and I think they're going to be huge. They've already got a big following on social media. They only have a few songs out. There's more music to come, and they sound great live from the videos I've seen. I haven't seen them live in person yet, but the videos online sound amazing. And they have the look, which is also very important in this business. And on top of that, they're just really down-to-earth guys, very cool, very funny, and I really enjoyed chatting with them, and I hope you enjoyed this interview. All or Nothing. Welcome to the Chuck Shoot Podcast. Thanks for doing this. All or Nothing is the band. And then, why don't you go each introduce yourselves? I'm Chuck, obviously.
All right, I'm Brett. I'm the singer.
I'm Jacob. I play the git fiddle.
I'm Ian. I'm the bassist.
Okay, awesome. And and then Reagan he's the drummer and he's coming, right?
Well, Skylar's playing drums with us right now. He's on the way.
Okay, you got a new drummer. I didn't know that. Okay.
He's our original drummer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So before we get into the music, I know you guys are from Birmingham, Alabama. So definitely some history there. Some, American Idol stars have been there. There's some football. You tell me though, what is life like growing up in Alabama?
Slow.
Slow.
Not too much is going on.
A lot of good people though.
It's usually
everybody's very, very friendly anywhere you go around here.
Southern hospitality is a real thing.
Is the media true? Like all the stereotypes, there's a lot of rednecks and things. I'm picturing like pickup trucks and cowboy hats.
There's a good mixture, man.
It's really okay.
A mixture of everything.
It depends on where you're at, really. Where we're at, kind of, but bunch of pickup trucks, bunch of hard-working people, but super nice.
Okay.
Like,
good people sounds cool. Like, so you're loving it then, it sounds like.
It's all right. Yeah. We just
have you guys been
traveling a little more?
Yeah. Have you been to like the West Coast or the East Coast and kind of seen the differences and then had like a culture shock yet?
The furthest we've been west was we went to Houston to watch our friends open up for the Rolling Stones, and we went to New York to see a short film that we were in last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, and it was at the Lincoln Center. We had a friend that was graduating from Columbia up there, and so that's
okay.
The most we've traveled.
Wait, who were your friends that opened for the Rolling Stones?
Have you ever heard of Bishop Gunn?
No.
Yeah, they're not doing too much right now, but they had a lucky opportunity to do that. So we were there.
Really
we stayed
cool.
In Houston for about a week.
Okay, let's talk about music then. So your guys' influences, it's interesting because most people your age are listening to like EDM or rap or country. You just don't see a lot of younger people listening to rock, but I'm told that you guys like, was it Avenged Sevenfold is one of the bands, Metallica, and then like guitar for you, Jacob, is like Steve Vai, George Lynch, Steel Panther, which I love. And then Brett, you say Steel Panther, but also Sebastian Bach from Skid Row. So how'd you guys get into all these like older bands?
Parents, definitely.
Yeah.
What we grew up on. Nobody's doing it. I like your shirt, by the way.
Yeah. That's another one. That's True Villains is one that you guys have performed with. Yeah. So your parents got you into. Did you know older brothers or sisters or anything? Or
I'm the oldest, so
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I'm the oldest among my family.
Me too.
Yeah, okay.
I got a younger sister.
Yeah, I have a younger sister also.
Yeah, so and I know Brett, you said that I read that when you were like 8 or 9 years old, your parents got divorced and you kind of found solace in music. Like you dusted off your dad's old CDs. It was like Kiss, Van Halen, Skid Row. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing for me with music, like more of like the high school years, but I feel like it was like a tough time and music kind of helped me kind of get through that. Do you think that people kind of fall in love with something at a young age like that? It sticks with them forever? Or do you think some people kind of grow out of that? Because I know a lot of people were really into music in high school, not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it just matters like how much you connect to it at the time. If there's a lot of things going on for some people, I feel like music is just like, oh yeah, that's a cool song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel like that's your own little world and that's all you've got for a little while, then it just kind of sticks with you.
Yeah, I think there's like an element of nostalgia to it. Like as you grow up, when you get older and you go back and look at it. But if you actually connect with the music, like if you listen to it and it's something that truly sticks with you, then it'll always be a part of your life. It won't be something that kind of phases out like as you go about, like as you grow up and get through middle school and then high school. Like it'll stick with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
if you do branch off a little bit with other genres of music, like you have your roots. You always come home to your roots, no matter what you really listen to outside of the box.
Yeah,
you still
definitely.
Yeah, we listen to a wide variety of music. Like, not even just 80s kind of stuff. Like we also listen to like death metal and like black metal and like a whole like slam,
Black
like a huge hodgepodge and variety of like music. Like we kind of Bob Marley, like we run the spectrum, man.
That's awesome. So
really
how did you guys learn how to play? Are you all self-taught or do you guys take lessons or?
I would say I had a few mentors that didn't really give me a lesson. They just kind of coached me through on what I needed to focus on in order to get better.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm completely self-taught as far as music goes, but I just learned through YouTube. YouTube has actually been a great resource.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, to be able
you guys can learn everything.
Music, as I'm sure it's been for other people.
Yeah, YouTube. That's right. I forgot about that. So let's talk about some of the other bands that you guys have been in before you formed All or Nothing. There was a band called Wicked Abyss. Was that a cover band?
Yeah. That was yes, we had a couple originals, but nothing ever got recorded.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the first. Me and my buddy Alex, that was our original bassist in high school. We were in a band, and instead of hiring a DJ that year, we played at prom, and that was the first time I sang in front of anybody, was at prom, and like ever. And I went crowd surfing. It was really
nice.
That's so rad.
I didn't know they did that. So did the kids know what to do? They knew how to hold you up and everything?
Yeah,
they didn't drop you, bud.
No, my mom and dad came, and they were talking to the Spanish teacher and the principal over there. They're like, "Oh yeah, Brett's such a good student, and he's so quiet and everything." And then I jumped off stage, and they were all like, "Oh,
wow!" Oh, so you were like the quiet kid, huh?
Yeah, pretty quiet. Like I was friends with everybody, but I didn't.
Did you have long hair in high school? Like, were you the rocker guy? Did you wear like the rock shirts and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And for a while, it was the straightened hair, the tight shirts, the always crazy pants. I got blue and black snake print.
Oh wow!
But
fun.
Not much has changed.
Okay. So what kind of, when you're in those other, when you guys are doing covers, like do you do covers as in All or Nothing?
Yes, we do.
What kind of cover songs do you do?
Skid Row, Motley Crue, Pantera,
Metallica.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All the good stuff.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Well, stuff that everybody knows that not everybody's playing, and it's working really well. Every time we're going out, people are like, "Oh man, you brought me right back to high school and everything." So we'll do that.
Yeah.
And
like
use
Tesla.
the money.
Yeah, we do.
Like Tesla's a good example.
Ooh, I love
not
Tesla.
Everybody knows Modern Day Cowboy, but every time we play it, everybody flips out. So
absolutely, yeah, because you don't hear those songs as much. So tell me how the band formed. Like you guys met through friends and friends of friends, and from playing in other bands together.
Pretty much. Yeah. There's a venue in Birmingham, and it's called Workplay, and they have a rock camp. And the drummer Skylar met Jacob there a few years ago, and we lost our guitarist at the time. We had been like almost a year without a guitarist, even though we tried out several people, but we didn't want to settle for anybody. And
wait, a year without a guitarist? So did you just not have the band, or I know you play guitar? Did you just do rhythm?
I was playing.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, you didn't have a lead guitarist, is what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I was pulling double duty, but that's not what we wanted to do long term. And me and Skylar were sitting there talking, and we were like, man, we know there's somebody that we're forgetting about or that we haven't thought about or something like that. And then Skylar's phone went off, and it was Jacob saying, hey, man, we should get together.
Band.
We need to get together and jam sometime and everything. Like right then. And Skylar just looked up from the conversation. She said, well, I think we found him. And he came over.
All right. Tell him what you guys made me do. Initiation.
Initiation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Initiation.
Sign this, but not with your, fingerprint.
So we played Live Wire by Motley Crue.
Oh, I love that song.
And we all went upstairs and we left him down here for the suspense. When we got upstairs, is it okay to cuss on here?
Absolutely. Yeah. You can fucking cuss or shit or whatever.
You can fucking
I never know.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate for asking. So polite. That's like a Southern thing, huh?
So I guess. We went upstairs and we were like, all right, no shit, he's in, but what are we going to make him do? And Skylar was working at Sherwin-Williams at the time, and he brought back a pint of this gray paint. And he walked in, and I was like, oh, that's cool. What are we going to do with it? He said, we're going to dip our nuts in it. And so we did. And we slapped him on a piece of paper. And so when we were
I didn't even know these guys. I just met them.
His mom just dropped him off, and he was wearing his Iron Maiden messenger bag. I
brought my books.
Oh God. His Justin Bieber haircut. And so we were up there, and we were like, all right, we got the paint. And so we came back downstairs with the paint, and we were like, all right, but you got to do this first because we got to know you can hang.
Oh, man.
And he dipped his nut in the paint. He slapped it on the piece of paper. He did it. And
wow. So did you all do that, or you just made him do it?
No, we all did it. And then he came over. So we were like, he's got to do it with us.
Okay.
There were 3 already there, and they had a blank one. So they're like, all right, it's your turn. Squat down and slap your nuts on this.
Did you sell this as like artwork, or is this like going to be sold as artwork later when you die, or what? Like,
well, I kind of ripped it.
I got it in a binder somewhere.
Okay.
It's definitely a piece of history.
Yeah.
It's still intact somewhere.
That's an interesting idea.
Stuck together.
Now, how do you get the paint off of it? Like, do you have to hopefully you don't have to put paint thinner on your nuts, or?
There's still paint on my bathroom door from that.
Oh. I was going to say, that's not as bad, but you got it off your nuts, though, because that seems like it would be hard to get off.
Yeah, we hopped in the shower.
Okay.
He hopped in the
Wash
shower.
it off right when you get done. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a process.
So you say that the band's name All or Nothing is like, I mean, you guys have to be dedicated on the same page. I guess that's a pretty good example of the paint and the nuts thing. So like, how dedicated do you have to be? Like, will you miss birthdays and funerals to do shows, or like does the band come before the family and girlfriend, or what?
I mean,
we definitely, there's always, I think, sacrifice that's an element to this for us.
Last year for Thanksgiving, we were in Louisville and we celebrated with a bunch of friends.
Yeah. So we don't mind doing that. We don't mind doing whatever we have to do to, make shows work, or, if we have studio time that we've got booked that we need to do, and maybe it's on a particular day that everybody else might be doing something. It's like, hey, like we understand that we have to do this.
And this is what comes first.
This is our first priority. We try to treat it that way always.
But do you guys have day jobs? I know, is it Ian is in school for chemistry?
Yes. Yeah. So I went to Jeff State for 2 years on a scholarship which is a community college here in the Birmingham area. And I just got my associates in chemistry, and I'm working in an orthodontics office right now, making a little bit of money in the meantime while we're playing shows and trying to travel as much as we can, despite, COVID being what it's been over the past few months and everything, and same as it's been for other bands too. So yeah, I've been doing that, and I'm thinking about going back to school, but I don't know if.
So that doesn't get in the way of doing, because the shows are always at night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then who designed the logo I like the logo for the band, where it's got the all or nothing, like the O has got like the kind of like the anarchy kind of thing, or did you guys design that? Oh, that's very cool. Yeah. And you guys have some merch that has that logo and the name on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I have a screen, and just about all of our merch is handmade. So we'll screen them, and we have buttons too that I got a button maker in my room. I'll print them out and everything. So everything other than like the stickers, and we got some new pins in that are enamel pins that's shaped like the AON.
Okay.
Other than that, we make everything.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
It's pretty DIY, honestly. Like we're very DIY oriented as far as, making merch and putting everything together as much as we can, doing it ourselves. Kind of have that ethos,
Did you guys know there was, or I don't know, I think there was another band with that same name, All or Nothing, but I think they're defunct now.
I saw a while back there was a band that had that same name, back in like 2015 or 2016 or something. It may not be the same one that maybe you're thinking of. I don't know. It may have been one, but
they were in like early 2000s and broke up.
Were they in early 2000s? Okay, so it wasn't the same one.
When we got the name, we were like, "Oh, I'm sure it's taken and everything," but they haven't done anything in a long time. They're not together anymore, or they renamed, like you said, or something.
Yeah. But have you ever thought of like changing it, either changing the name or changing the spelling? Because I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was maybe somebody was telling me like Broken Love, that band. It's like a newer band. They don't have the E or it's like BRKN Love. It's completely misspelled on purpose so that it's easier to be found if you Google it. Because like when I Google All or Nothing or do a hashtag, there's so many things that come up. I mean, I guess I could try a All or Nothing band. That definitely helps a little bit. But
I've thought about that for that reason, but I'm not too sure. The Weeknd did the same thing.
Yeah,
completely different genre of music, but he dropped the E in Weekend at the end of it because there was another band called The Weeknd.
Right.
But yeah, I've definitely thought about that for that reason, but not yet.
Yeah. I mean, because I do I like the logo and stuff, so I wouldn't want to change that. So let's talk about your music, the songs that you have. Mauled by Jackalopes. I love that song. That's such a fun song. It's kind of almost has like a punk feel to it. What inspired you to write that?
Alex, our old bassist, he said it'd be funny to have a song about jackalopes, and a guy named Connor that was playing guitar for us for a little while before we found Jacob came up with that riff, and so we pieced it together. I wrote the lyrics in like 10 minutes to tell a funny story, and we were like, let's throw some cowbell in there, and that's what happened.
I'm trying to, every time I hear it, I'm like, it reminds me of another song, but I can't put my finger on it. Have people told you that it sounds like another song that they've heard?
I haven't heard that before.
No? Okay. Yeah, it's very cool. I like it. And then One Big Party, that's like has a very 80s rock party feel to it. So fun. What was that inspired by something like in particular, or just part? I mean, there's a lot of big parties, I guess.
Actually, I just kind of busted out with a riff after listening to Hell's on Fire by Steel Panther. And it just kind of came out that way.
Okay, cool. And then Freakshow, that's the latest song. That's so good. It's your most popular song on Spotify. Is there more coming? Is that like a single from an album, or are you going to release one song at a time? Or
we've got several more recorded that we're going to release a few more singles for before the album, and that's the plan. And there's several that are already done, so we've got about halfway done, and we got one that we are going to finish recording next week.
Next week, Tuesday.
And then we're just going to keep going from there. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, and then
I was going to say, as far as the EP goes, we like some of the songs on there. We were talking about re-recording a couple of them. We re-recorded one of them.
Okay.
And then taking that down because, you grow a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the Napalm song, that was interesting because you said earlier that you'd like some death metal. Was that inspired by Napalm Death? Are you familiar with that band?
No. Yes, I know that.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, yeah. Napalm Death is right.
I'm wearing a necrophobic shirt right now. So, we're all about it. Suicide Silence, Dahlia up here, Black Dahlia Murder.
Okay. But, so are you guys going to get heavier then? Is that the plan?
Hopefully.
I think we should be a slam band, man.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna evolve into a black metal band.
We're still gonna wear spandex the whole time.
Yeah, not change any. We're not gonna change any of the image.
I mean, is that no? But like, seriously, are you just gonna get like what is your ideal heavy? Would you be like maybe like a Skid Row, Slave to the Grind kind of heaviness, or would you go heavier than that?
That would be rad.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. That's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yes, for real.
Very cool. All right. Well, I've never seen you guys live, but I've seen videos on YouTube, and I did some research, and I was able to find out some of the shows you've done. Like, so one of the shows you got to perform with this band, True Villains, my shirt, Beau Lastavich. Talk about that show.
We were playing at Kimbrough's in Franklin, and we met Beau when they were opening up for Steel Panther. We saw them at Iron City in Birmingham.
Okay.
And that's where we met. And not too many people that I know sing like a bunch of the higher stuff like that I want to do and everything. But he does. And we talked for a little while and we nerded out over some stuff, and he gave me some advice and he asked me about a couple of things. And so it was really cool. We were playing at Kimbrough's and I invited him down, and him and a couple other guys came down, and he sang Monkey Business
with us.
He sang Monkey Business by Skid Row with us.
I think I saw that's how I found you guys. Was I was looking at his stuff and I saw, oh wait, what's this other band? And you know, your hair really stands out. I was like, oh, that guy looks like that's the kind of music that I like the long blonde hair. I'm like, this guy, I bet he sings cool. And then it was great. It sounded great. Tell me about you performed with the band Broken Rail. I've never heard of them. Are they big in Alabama?
They've been around for a while. They're from Alabama. I think 2 of them live in Texas now.
Yeah. Okay. Because they seem to have a lot of followers or a big following on social media.
Yeah. That and their Spotify stuff, their plays is really impressive. They get on a lot of playlists and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's the thing to do is get on those playlists. And you got to perform with Trapt, the band Trapt. I don't know if you guys saw this recently. They had their Facebook shut down for political posts. Did you? Now, do you guys try to stay away from the politics as to not to alienate your fans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
to focus on the music.
You could alienate half your fans by just picking either side, right?
Exactly. And they went on some. Actually, we were supposed to play with them. We didn't get to. I was like deathly ill at the time.
Oh, gotcha.
And so we didn't get to do that. But then a couple weeks later, we saw I'm sure you saw all the Twitter stuff that was going on with them a while back and everything. So we were like, ooh, okay, I guess we
might have dodged a bullet there. Yeah. And then
exactly, you took the words out of my mouth. Like,
now, did you get to perform with Puddle of Mudd? Did that show happen?
Yes.
How was that?
City. It was really fun. It went really well. I had several people tell me to don't even bother talking to Wes, but he shook all of our hands. He bought a T-shirt, and he was really cool after the show.
That's really cool. What other That's good. What other bands or shows have you done? Any other big bands that you've toured with, done shows with, or?
There's a band called Thunderstruck, which is an AC/DC tribute band.
Oh, okay.
And we played at
Mercury Ballroom.
Yeah, Mercury in Louisville. We played there twice, and it was sold out both times. It's like 1,000-cap venue. It's a Live Nation venue, so that was really fun. There's a
rad place.
Video of Freakshow that has a lot of shots in that on YouTube.
Okay. All right. People should check that out. I'll check it out for sure.
There's actually a video of Freakshow from one of those nights on YouTube live. So
nice. So some of the bands that you said you wanted to tour with Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Steel Panther. I love all this. Now, speaking of Motley Crue, you did a show in Tennessee at a place called Puckett's, and Vince Neil was there, and he reserved a table front and center to see you guys. And then after the show, you got to party with, did you meet him? Or you said you got to party with the guys from Badflower and actor Johnny Galecki from The Big Bang Theory. Tell me about this. That's a crazy story.
That was a wild night, my man.
Yeah, right?
That was a crazy night.
They were super fun to hang out with. And Vince is really cool.
So you got to meet him?
Yes. He's really nice. Mm-hmm. He says right on all the time. He's super cool. But
how did he hear about you guys? Or did he happen?
We're playing at Puckett's, and he lives in Tennessee. He lives pretty close by.
I didn't know that. I thought he lived in Vegas. I guess he must have like 6 houses, but
probably
he had
8
a
or
house.
10.
Yeah, like I think he had a house out in Vegas, but I think he sold all of those, and then he's now living just permanently at that one house out in Tennessee. So.
I don't think so though. I don't know.
Maybe not.
Anyways,
are people mobbing him when he's at this concert? Because I mean, he's such a big star. Is everyone like trying to get autographs or pictures or anything, or is he roped off into a?
Well, everybody where we play at, everybody was super cool there. So it's a cool little area, but not too many people. Puckett's on Thursday nights, they have open mic night, and there are some killer people that play all kinds of music, but mostly being in Tennessee and everything, mostly country, a bunch of pop covers, pop stuff. Not many people are doing what we're doing over there. And I think that got his attention.
Okay. But, so he wanted to see a rock band, and he complimented you guys then?
He's seen videos of us and stuff. And
He thought he enjoyed the show? He told you, or?
Well, he's seen a little bit of us, but he wasn't there that whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good or something.
Oh, probably drunk. No,
maybe.
But so what? Then tell me the story about. So then you're partying with the guys from Badflower and Johnny Galecki. What's he doing there?
They came to Puckett's.
Okay.
They were hanging out and they were super cool. And then afterwards, we went to Kid Rock's on Broadway
in Nashville. Oh yeah, I've been there. It's a fun place. Yeah, it's like 3 stories.
And played a couple songs with the
Taylor Martin band.
Taylor Martin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Okay. And then you hung out with them, or did you guys was it kind of just like a quick?
Yeah, we hung out with them that night, and we've hung out with we've seen Johnny a couple times, hung out, and he texts me, or he'll tell me whenever he's wearing our hoodie and
really?
stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Tell him to do my show.
He's super nice.
Tell him to do my podcast.
We there was a live, he's so nice. There was a live photo of us taking a picture together, and one of our friends, Alan, came down from Louisville to be at that show at Puckett's. And in the live photo, he hit my shoulder and he was like, "I've never seen photographers like this in Puckett's before." He said, "That's all you, man." And I'm just like he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Super, super cool.
Well, speaking of actors, so tell me about this movie that you guys are in.
It was a short film. There was somebody out of Atlanta, I think. It was the casting agent, and we hadn't met any of the people before, and she had a description of the people that she wanted in the movie. The movie is kind of based around like a house party. The part that we were in and everything is short film, and so he described what kind of people he wanted, and she was like, "Hey, there's this band in Alabama that I've heard of that I feel like would fit really well." And we went, and it was fun, but it was at nighttime. The movie was set at nighttime, so we we would get there at like 8 or something like that. It was in the summertime. We would get there at like 8 and go pretty much until the sun came up, and then we would have work the next day.
Oh.
And so doing that all week and then having shows on the weekend, that was a killer week.
Okay.
Wait,
so can we watch this movie? Is it out yet, or how do we find it?
It was his thesis at Columbia.
Okay.
I don't think it's online anywhere yet.
What's it called?
He's still doing.
It's called the.
They
changed it to.
What did they
The
change
Morning
it?
Small.
That was the original name.
So
but they
I remember
changed
when it rained.
I remember it rained.
Okay. Well, if it ever does get released, let us know. Well, I definitely want to see that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, he's still doing like film festivals and stuff with it. So
cool.
I don't think it's out online yet.
Gotcha. So fans and trolls. I saw you guys had some interesting comments the other day on a video that you posted. Like, what are some of the most memorable comments that you've gotten on the videos you've posted, either good or bad?
There was this one guy one time that it was before you were with us.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he would have to say about Jacob, but the singer needed auto-tune. The guitarist needed to be in tune. Don't even get me started about the bassist, and the drummer couldn't keep time if he had a metronome tied to his dick or something.
Jeez.
Like, it was
ouch.
We've had a few. I actually posted one on the band story today.
Yeah, I think that's where I saw it. Yeah, it was something about like a metal drag queen or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like,
he said, I don't know if this is
an 80s video, like
an 80s video, an awesome drag video, or if my wife is about to something.
So,
I can't remember exactly what.
You don't let that shit bother you though, right? I mean, you guys keep going.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thanks for talking. Like,
you just like any comments. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah.
You guys got a tougher skin than I do. I get a comment, I'm like, oh my God, I delete them too. Do you delete them or you just leave them up there?
And we post them.
Yeah, there's been one before. Actually, the most commented thing on my personal Instagram, there was this guy talking about how I laid like a girl because I was laying on my bed and I was laying on my side. Yeah. Apparently, I laid like a girl.
I didn't know there was a way to lay. Yeah, I didn't know there was a way to lay. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so I posted the picture, I posted the comment, and I was like, you want some attention, buddy? Here you go. And there were almost 100 comments on it. People from somebody from Britain, people from Australia. There were people from all over the world commenting on this, roasting the shit out of this guy that they didn't even know. But then a bunch of high school people that I went to school with that knew the kid said stuff about it. And it was
wow.
It was a big old roast session.
Is this Facebook or Instagram?
Said anything.
Was this Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay. Is it still there? I want to check that out.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
I love seeing stuff like that. That's hilarious.
It was so funny.
That's great.
And then that weekend we had a show that was outside, and I took a picture standing next to a porta potty and put it on my story. And I was like, just hanging out with his name.
Oh. You called him out.
And,
did he have to delete his Instagram then, or is he...
I never heard anything else from him.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a good way.
We like to be friends with everybody, but
I like that. I think comedian Craig Gass. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a big fan of rock and metal and stuff. He does a lot of shows with the bands and stuff, but he had the same kind of thing. If somebody made a comment and he took that post and he put it in his news feed and said, here you go, buddy. You got your own post just about your comment. And the guy got ripped to shreds. So it's like, I don't know why people do that.
That's funny.
The worst ones are YouTube though, because I feel like they hide their name. It's always like a fake name and there's no profile picture. And then you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, a little bit more anonymous in that situation.
Yeah, definitely. So like I said earlier, you guys, you live in Alabama. Football is big down there. College football. Are you guys football fans? Or if you're not football fans, how the hell do you avoid it? Because I feel like it would be everywhere.
There's no way to avoid it.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you just pick the majority of the fans in the room and root for that team.
You pick the right answer depending on where you are.
Yeah.
But, I would say I'm an Alabama fan. There's the Alabama Auburn thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a big deal down here. Yeah.
Roll Tide down
Roll Tide
here is like amen.
Yeah.
It's like just how you doing today? Pretty good, Roll Tide. Like it's just a thing. Like
So like if you showed up in an LSU shirt or a hat or something, would you get killed or would people just give you shit or would it?
You probably have some older dude at a gas station crack a joke at you.
Okay.
Like that. Like
but
it would be, I don't know. It's usually pretty lighthearted, but then there are those few people that get a little bent out of shape.
Yeah, no, it's like my brother was telling me when he was in Oakland, he went to a Raider game and his friend said, "Here, put this on." He goes, "Well, I'm not a Raider fan." He goes, "No, put this on." And he went in the public transportation. He said everyone was wearing Raider stuff and he was glad that he put it on because it's kind of scary down there in the black hole. But probably not. It sounds a little more friendly in Alabama then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I could see it being like kind of bad, I guess, if like the Iron Bowl was going on, the Alabama versus Auburn game.
Right. That's a big one.
And you go to a bar in Tuscaloosa wearing an Auburn shirt on that night. I could see that being like, hey, what are you
suicide
doing
mission?
Look at this
Yeah.
guy, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, it's usually pretty chill.
Cool. So what does the future hold for you guys? I mean, you talked about maybe some more songs being released. Is there any shows planned?
Yeah, we got a few more shows planned. On I think the 11th, we're going to be in Huntsville, playing. We got New Year's, as long as it doesn't get shut down.
Okay.
New Year's in Louisville.
Oh.
We've got a few scattered out. But
is there any
right now
sorry, I was just gonna say, are you getting in on any of the big festivals or cruises? Like, or would you rather do that, or would you rather open for a band on a tour?
Ooh, that would be tricky.
Or would you do either? I mean, I'm assuming that all those are probably good things. Yeah.
All the above.
Yeah, all the above. Okay.
At the same time, if we can.
Yeah.
You know.
But none of it's scheduled at the moment.
Right, because everything's super up in the air. Live Nation, I've heard. I don't know, but I've heard from a couple people that they're not going to be, Live Nation's not going to be doing stuff until like 2022 possibly.
Wow.
And so I really don't, stuff like that, like big crowd stuff is just on pause. It sucks. But until then, we're using this chance to write and play when we can for studio time. And we got some really, really cool stuff coming up that we can't talk about yet, but in a little while I would be super glad to.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, definitely let me know and I'll promote it. Do you guys, are you working with a producer on the songs or you just self-produce it?
We've been working with Kevin Langley in Athens, Alabama.
Okay.
Super cool dude.
What else has he produced?
He does, from what I understand, he does all kind of stuff. He does like some rap stuff. He has some rappers come in, some like Trapt kind of stuff, some singer-songwriter stuff, bunch of metalcore, heavier stuff.
So we're kind of new for him.
He's all over the place, but he's super cool and he's fun.
Yeah,
to work with.
Okay. So new songs, hopefully some new shows. I mean, what do you think the best strategy is to grow the band? Because you say, it's all or nothing. You want to conquer the world. So how are you going to do that?
Right now, I think writing. I think really focusing on our writing.
Yeah, that's
getting more songs together and trying to get an album's worth of material finished up. And
writing is the biggest thing that we need to
establishing our sound.
I really think.
Trying to fully establish it and trying to get it out there as much as we can.
Okay.
I would think.
That sounds good. Yeah, I mean, because you've already got a pretty big following on the social media and stuff, so you're doing pretty well. Awesome.
Thank you. Skylar's here.
Oh, Skylar. Hi, Skylar. I can't see you.
How are you?
Hi.
Hello, man.
Nice to meet you. That's the drummer. All right. Well, I think that's all I got for you. I do like to end with a charity. Did you guys have a charity in mind that you want to throw a shout out to?
Oh, just in time.
You said I showed up just in time.
Yeah, right.
Isn't there a charity that helps get like a band program to high schools that don't have that? Isn't that a thing?
I know Hot Topic had one for a while, the Save the Music thing.
Oh, yeah.
Save the Music?
If that's still going on, that'd be a good one.
I'll do that one. Or I know I just had the Megadeth bassist last week, and David Ellison Youth Music Foundation.
Really?
So we could do that one.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we could check that out.
That's super rad.
Yeah. Very cool. So people can find you, like I said, on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Where do they get the merch? Is there a website for that or?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're working on that, but like since we make everything, usually like if somebody sends me a message or messages the band page and they're like, "Hey, I want this," or "I want 2 of these in a medium and a small," or whatever, like I'll just send it to them.
Okay.
Or at shows mostly. So
very cool. All right. Well, yeah,
we're working on.
Yeah, you guys are a very talented young band. I think you have a bright future ahead of you. I hope to see you guys more. I want to see this thing grow in the next few years. Maybe you'll even do a show in Phoenix. Otherwise, I'll have to come see you.
Sure. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So down. We just we got a van, and so we're gonna try and make that happen next year.
Yeah, just like team up with like True Villains or something. Just get like 3 or 4 of you guys and do a tour. Why not? Do you guys have a manager?
Sure, man.
Do you have a manager?
We've had a few offers. We are talking to somebody now, but other than that, we're doing everything ourselves. I'm booking the shows and making the merch, and
Yeah, you guys are busy. Well, keep up the good work. I really like the music that I've heard. I hope to hear more.
Sweet.
Yeah,
thank
you.
Thanks, guys. All right, see you
Hey,
later.
appreciate it, man.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, brother. See you later.
See ya. So again, that was All or Nothing. Follow them on Facebook or Instagram and subscribe to their YouTube or Spotify. New music is coming, and if you want the merch, you can just reach out to them. I definitely want to check out a live show and look forward to seeing them. Would be fun if they did like a little tour, maybe with True Villains, maybe hop on that tour with Lucid. I know they have a new album coming out. Once the lockdown lifts, I think all these bands can tour. Should be fun. Well, thank you so much for listening. And if you want to support my little show here, you can follow me on any social media. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen or watch. And if you really want to go all out, you can write me a review on iTunes or share the episode on your social media. That would really help me. Thank you all for listening. And remember, shoot for the moon.